Hi, I'm Mariola and welcome to my kitchen. Today I will be preparing breaded chicken cutlets with an Ammoglio sauce. I've already cleaned and taken away the fat from my chicken breast. As you can see, it's pretty thick and we're not going to want it that thick. So I'm going to cut off this side flap. Out of this thick piece, I'm going to fillet it, butterfly it, and I'm going to get at least another 2 pieces. Then what I normally like to do is pound it a little bit to tenderize it. If you have a meat cleaver, you can use a meat cleaver too. I just normally do this, or I'll grab a piece of saran wrap and I'll cover it and then I'll pound it with either the meat cleaver or a rolling pin, whatever I have handy. Then I have 2 eggs. I'm going to salt and pepper them. And my personal preference is I like a little bit of garlic powder too. So I'll also add a little bit of garlic powder. It just makes it a little bit more flavorful. Then I'll beat these eggs. Until they all come together like that. Then what I do is I take my chicken and I let it marinate in the egg for about 5 minutes while I'm preparing my breadcrumbs. Okay, leave that there. I'm going to move this off to the side. And I'm going to bring over my breadcrumbs. I've already prepared them. Now, like I said, I don't measure, so I just took the breadcrumbs and I poured as much as I think I'm going to need to bread those 3 particular pieces. Obviously, if you're doing more, you're going to need more breadcrumbs. I like to add flour. I'll add some flour to my breadcrumbs. Oh, I would say that's about 3 tablespoons to my breadcrumbs. And I also like to add Parmesan cheese for flavor. Let's say another 3 tablespoons. Then I mix it all together. Like this. I'm going to push it off to the side so that I can rest the chicken here after I've breaded it. Bring my chicken back, the one that I've marinated in the eggs. And I'm going to let it drip a minute. And then I'm going to, I don't know if you can see that, put it into my breadcrumbs. And I am very particular about breading my chicken. I don't just go like this. I like to pat it in. My grandkids tell me that I make the best breaded chicken. So I think it's because I really push the breadcrumbs into the chicken. Almost to the point where when you pick it up and you shake it, nothing even falls off of it. Then I'll set that aside and I'll just continue the process until I've breaded all the pieces. And obviously I'm just showing you this for the video today, but I went ahead earlier and I've prepared many more pieces of this chicken breast because this I will be using for my dinner tonight, but I want to show you what I did to prepare for future dinners. And if you give me a second, I'll finish these and then I'll run to the freezer and I'll show you what I've prepared for future dinners. This is what I've done earlier today after I came home from the grocery store, and I had a whole package of chicken breast. I filleted them all. I went ahead and I breaded them all, and I laid them on something that would fit in my freezer on a piece of parchment paper, wax paper, whatever kind of paper you want to use. I happen to have parchment. Then what I do is I will get a plastic Ziploc bag. I'll put these all in a Ziploc bag, as so. Like this. And then I'll put them back in my freezer, and this is called flash freezing. Flash freezing means that you're just doing an open face freezing in order to put it away to use for future dinners. As I'm going to show you in a few minutes, we're going to fry some up and make some chicken cutlets. I'll be right back. So right now I'm going to fry up the chicken. I'm using about a cup of oil. And I need to grab a fork. I used a dish with paper towel because after they're done frying, I like to set them on a piece of paper towel to collect the excess oil. We're good. Then while that's cooking, I'm going to be preparing the Ammoglio sauce. My cutlets are completely cooked. Now what I'll do is I'm going to put one in this dish with a couple slices of provolone, and that'll melt right on there. I'm going to serve it with a lemon wedge and a little Ammoglio on the side. And I also like to drizzle a little bit of Ammoglio on the top, like this. And this is how your chicken cutlet with provolone cheese, Ammoglio sauce, and a little squeeze of lemon. Absolutely delicious. And this dish would be just the chicken cutlets with the lemon wedges, and I will put Ammoglio sauce just to the side, as so. And you can cut your chicken, dip it in, or you can spread it on top. First squeeze your lemon, then put your Ammoglio sauce, however you like it. But this would be two different ways to prepare your chicken cutlets with Ammoglio sauce. Thank you for watching. See you again in my kitchen. Bye.